What is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Home Money here with another video for you guys today. Today we are going to be talking about BBIG as well as shed some light on all short squeeze plays in general, because guys, it's just a fact of the matter that not every single short squeeze play will squeeze. It's just the truth. And yeah, there was a huge sell-off in some of these short squeeze plays today, and I've mentioned this before on my channel. Just because short squeeze plays were doing well for the last month or two, it does not mean that they are going to last forever. And today we saw a sell-off in pretty much every single short squeeze play. They run in cycles. There are bullish cycles, and then there are bearish cycles. There are waves in every single asset class. In cryptocurrency, there's waves. In other stocks, such as cyclical stocks, there are waves. And especially in meme stocks, there are volatile waves going on in these stocks. So you have to be careful. You have to be on your toes with these stocks. And unfortunately, you might think that chasing a stock that is currently undergoing a short squeeze is a good idea, but it's not always the best idea. You have to look back. You have to see, oh, is this stock up 100%, 200% over the last month or 3 months or whatever? And if it is up a couple 100%, the chance for it to pull back is a lot larger than if it's up like 10 or 15 or 20%. So that's why there are other plays that can be less risk. They have high short interest, but they haven't really taken off yet. Those are the ones that you want to be looking at in terms of getting in early. And a lot of times I'm not going to be able to catch those ones early because there's so many different stocks that pop off in the stock market. So yeah, there's your warning that we may be moving into a bearish cycle in these meme / short interest, short squeeze stocks. Doesn't mean that they can't come back. They usually do come back from what I've seen so far. But for now, it may start to be in a bearish trend, just considering what we have seen today. Anyways, guys, if you appreciate these updates, make sure you leave that like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and thank you to Public for sponsoring this video. They're an amazing stock brokerage. They don't do payment for order flow. They're very easy to use. Check that out using the links below in the description or in the pinned comment section. And let's get right into the video. Alright, so here's the chart for BBIG using hourly candlesticks. We're right on that 200-hour moving average right here at $8.40. Now it's down 12% on the day. Obviously a bad sell-off. Yesterday was also in the green. Now I wanted to paint a little picture here using that box technique. So right here was market open, and you guys can see that at market open, this was a completely different story. So when I tell you guys that these things change on a day-to-day basis, you have to bear with me because my opinions can change on a day-to-day basis. And this is because of a lot of things. It's because of, first of all, price action. Price action is probably the biggest indicator of a lot of these, because a lot of times these short squeeze meme stocks are more momentum plays than actual like short squeeze plays. I know, breaking a huge secret about short squeezes, a lot of the time they are momentum plays. But anyways, this is the box technique using this morning's price, for example, and you guys can see that only this price action here could have actually made money on short positions. But if we move this down to the current price action, so we move it down to $8.35, there's all of this range now that could have made money shorting this stock. So if it continues to fall down, then you can see more and more price action. As you guys can see, if this gets to $7 per share, then all of this price action ends up being in the money if they have shorted this stock. So it moves a lot. So we're down 12% in a day. All of this price action at market open, they would have been down, but now all that price action is now breaking even or up. So that's just an example of how intraday price action can completely mess up a short squeeze, because a 12% loss on a day, shorts are making money. Now, there's another huge thing, which is the short interest changes as of today. So we got 5.56 million shares returned today. That means 2 days ago, there was a bunch of shares that were returned. Now, 2 days ago, I didn't know this, okay? So I can't add this to my analysis. I don't know that 5.56 million shares were returned on last Friday. And if we look at the price we can see that on 9/10, this is when a lot of shorts actually did end up covering. So this would explain why short interest is down 7.21% as of today. Now there's also 3.67 million shares that were added on today. This is not taking into account the T+2 settlement. So these borrowed shares were borrowed as of today. These were returned as of Friday. So keep that in mind. This minus 7.21% is just the most accurate change as possible, but it's not going to ever be accurate because of that T+2 settlement date, which leaves a lot of ambiguity into analyzing a lot of these short squeezes. And that's also a lot of the pushback on the short interest reporting from FINRA, is because we don't get actual live data, and they only report it every 2 weeks, the exchange reported numbers. So we're relying on Ortex doing these analyses for us, but still it's honestly pretty horrible. All right, so we have the on loan new shares now on this chart, and you guys can see these are the newly shorted shares, or basically the new shares that are put on loan, and you can make the assumption that they were probably shorted if they were put on loan. You can see that on Friday there was only about 1 million new shares that were shorted. Then on Monday, so yesterday, there was about 6 million. And now we have another 3.67 million today. So this means that new shares or new short positions are being added at these elevated price levels, which does give shorts more leverage, which could be an explanation of them pushing the price down today. On top of this, you can see if I add in on loan return, it almost mirrors the on loan news. So as soon as some of these older shorts that have lost money have covered, you guys can see yesterday there was 6.8 million shares returned. Today there was 5.56 million shares returned so far. As these new shares have been returned, it looks like people are shorting them right away. And this is a strategy that people used in sprt.com as well. And a big risk factor when all of this is happening is dying down volume. As you guys can see, volume has been dying down over the past few days. We can see it more clearly here on Webull. More of the higher volume days were over here, and this was last week, about a week ago, and then about 2 weeks ago as well, there's more volume. And then today, the past few days, volume has been dying down. So that's always a big indicator as well. If you see volume dying down, that's where the momentum comes into play. It's not necessarily short covering, but just momentum in general is dying down on some of these stocks. Now there's still that 107% cost to borrow, the 99% utilization. So obviously if we do start to see some bullish momentum back into BBIG, the short squeeze is back on the table. But like I said in a bunch of different videos, there needs to be bullish momentum for these short squeezes to occur. If people that were holding previously are now selling, or people who bought in at the height are now selling at a loss, that can create bearish momentum, which is why shorts hammer into these stocks. This is the same reason why they hammered into support. This is the same reason why they have hammered into BBIG. At the end of the day, these are momentum plays, and both bulls and bears can make money. It's just a fact. I hate to not be the perma bull that you guys are expecting me to be, but I'd like to at least help with the psychology around these things, because a lot of people will just stay bullish and bullish and bullish and won't ever stop being bullish, even if the stock's down 50%, even the stock's down 100%, and they'll still be bullish. They'll still hold until their grave. And a lot of the time, that's not how you guys want to play these plays. You're going to want to take profit at some point to protect your investment. I'm sorry. Just the truth. Anyways, here we are on unusualwhales.com. We have the whale alerts, and then today on 9/14 we got a bearish call option. So someone shorted an 8.5 call option. If we look at BBIG currently, it is at 8.18. So they are now in the money for that call option. It was a bearish bet. I'm not going to think too much of it. It was only $243,000. Still a big bet, but we've seen much larger bets before. If we flip over to some of this options flow, the last 10 big bets on it have been a mix of bearish and bullish, but obviously it's leaning towards bullish, and this was as of 10 a.m. this morning. And then there's another one at 12 p.m. where we saw another bearish bet. And then looking at some of the historical flow, we can see that today was the first time the put to call ratio actually spiked up above that 0.2 in a while. Even in August, we didn't see this. It was 0.12, 0.13, basically hovering around that range, but recently it started going up a bit, and then today we saw the highest value ever, which is more of a bearish signal. More people are getting into puts. And then you can also see in this right-hand corner that the call volume has actually gone down quite a bit. We haven't seen the put volume go up too much yet, but a lot of the call volume has been coming down. It reached a peak on Wednesday, September 8th. And ever since September 8th, the call volume has been going down each and every single day. Another thing that we were talking about earlier on my sprt.com video were the failure to delivers and this SHO threshold list, which is basically stocks that are continuing to have failure to delivers that don't make it on this list, because this data is from a month ago, so this is more of an accurate claim. And you guys can see BBIG is somewhere on this list right here, vincoventures.com. This is currently in the threshold security list, which only like 20 stocks are in this list. So these are the stocks that are probably going to short squeeze, if any stocks. Right now it's BBIG, ATER, and SPRT. Those are the ones at least that I recognize. Leave a comment if any of these are good. Oh, I know, I've seen any too. Haven't done too much research on that one. But these are the ones that continue to failure to deliver. These are the ones that are kind of have sketchy things going on, possible naked short selling, all of that jazz. So then again, guys, we have all of these short squeeze stocks here in the corner, and they're pretty much all down. Obviously, Tesla is not a short squeeze stock, but the rest of them are all high short interest stocks. SPRT, ATER, TKAT, Workhorse, BBIG, AMC, all down today. And this is why I'm thinking that perhaps, I could be wrong, but obviously perhaps that this might be the start of a bearish cycle in these stocks. And yeah, guys, that's about it for the video. I wanted to cover BBIG, but I also just wanted to give my general sentiment for a lot of these short squeeze slash meme stock plays, because it does run in cycles. We've seen this before. We've seen bearish cycles in these stocks. There were other rallies back in June, I believe, and then in July it kind of cooled off. Then in August the trade came back. So it does go in cycles, like I said at the beginning of the video, so you have to be careful. You have to trade accordingly to that, and even if something hasn't squeezed yet, it could still go down just because of these cycles that I've been talking about. So if this bearish cycle does continue for the next few weeks, I urge you guys to start doing some due diligence. Maybe get a Fintel subscription, start analyzing those stocks that are on the short squeeze list, and start preparing for the next run up. That's how a smart investor would do this. Once everyone starts talking about a stock, that is probably when it is time to sell, because it has reached mainstream attention. That's when smart money will start getting out of it. But when no one's talking about it, after these things have gone downhill, that's when most people probably aren't looking to buy into these stocks. That's when you yourself should be doing research. So that's when the Fintel subscription, you can be behind the scenes doing all this research, and you can catch on to the next short squeeze. So keep that in mind, educate yourselves, continue to be diligent even if stocks are going down, because that's when you can find great buying opportunities. And this is a term that I have discovered from Twitter, from the NFT community, and it is WAGI. Yeah, that's the acronym, and it stands for We Are Gonna Make It. And we are gonna make it, guys. Even if you have lost money, I want to continue to support you guys, because you guys are awesome. You guys support me here on this channel, and I appreciate it all. And yeah, guys, we're gonna stick with it, and we're gonna make it. So that's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave that like, subscribe for more, and hit that bell so you stay informed. Also join my Discord, because I can talk about these things a lot sooner than I can talk about it on YouTube. This video is probably gonna be going up around 4 o'clock, so you probably won't even be able to make a trade based off of this video. But if you go into my Discord group, I say things there throughout the day. So if there's a quick tidbit of information that you want to get out from me before I release a video, you can just message me in the Discord. So it's very, very great. Also, thank you to public.com for continuing to support me on this channel. They're an amazing sponsor. They have a great stock brokerage, and they're doing a promotion where you get up to $70 in free stock as long as you deposit at least $1 on their platform. So check that out. The link is in the description or in the pinned comment section. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and have a wonderful day. Peace.